Hi, I'm Eric Ausgerson. I'm here with Dan Burrus and Tom Hood today, and we're going to talk a little bit about this four-part program that has been rolled out, and it's titled the Anticipatory Organization Learning System. And it's something that CPA.com and BLI have initiated. Let's talk a little bit about those four parts. Dan, could you describe them, give us the titles and a little bit of background about each one?
Yeah, well, there are four, let's call them modules in the system. Each one has 7 lessons, and they're very short, focused, to-the-point lessons. One of the modules is Know What's Next, and that's where you learn how to separate the ifs and maybes about the future from the future facts. Let's face it, there's no shortage of trends. The problem is which ones are going to happen and which ones aren't. So when you can know the hard trends, certainties, from the soft trends, ifs and maybes, you have some power to move forward with the confidence that certainty provides. The second one is on developing opportunities, and that's where innovation comes into play. And it deals with 2 different types of innovation that normally aren't dealt with. One is everyday innovation, where anyone in the firm can come up with an inventive solution to an everyday problem, or see a problem they were going to have, anticipate it, and then pre-solve it. And then there's what I would call exponential innovation, which most accounting firms would never do, but actually you can do. And that is how you can leap forward with low risk, because if it can be done, it will be done. If you don't do it, another firm will. The third one is on shaping the future, and that is, again, helping to get the culture working together in new ways. And then the last one is on accelerating success, and that is about problem skipping and other things that help you do something that might have taken you 3 years and showing you how to do it in 1.
And Tom, you're working with firms as they leverage this platform. Are you seeing them do it, module 1? I know there's 7 parts to it, do all 7 parts and go to module 2. Are they jumping around between the modules?
So the way that the system is actually kind of foundational, so it's really meant to go through it sequentially. So the reality is they are going through each module lesson by lesson. And then what they're doing is, and there's a collaboration guide that comes with it, you can, at the end of each module, they get together and kind of accelerate the whole team. That's where the culture shift and the language gets locked in if they do that collaboration after each one of those modules that Dan talked about. So there's been some pretty phenomenal, just like Dan said, these firms are doing some incredible things both on the customer-facing side and inside the firm, based on, as they're moving through these modules, applying the stuff right away. So you don't have to wait till you're done all 4 to actually use it. You can literally start using it the minute you start, and that's kind of where we're seeing some success.
And Dan, the best practice on how you should digest this information, so there's 4 modules, 7 parts in each one, so 28 modules in total. What time frame do you think a firm should set aside to go through this program?
Well, if you just buzz through it as fast as you could, each module would take you, just several hours. But then you would miss the benefit of it, because it's about application. See, if you just learn something and don't apply it, why did you bother?
Right, and you forget it like a week later.
And you forget it, and this is about ingraining it in you, so it becomes a habit. It becomes part of what you do with your clients and with your team. So the lessons, those 7 lessons, again, they go pretty fast, but you want to apply them. That you're doing by yourself, and there is a tool within there where you can share with others. But then in between each one of those modules, it isn't necessarily meeting as a total group, depending on the size of the firm. You tend to have your different teams meet. And then, all right, based on now that we know what's next, we know where the future is going, we have certainty, what do we take internally, and what are the things that we have identified that we can do? What are the things that are with our different clients, depending on the type of team they have? Same would be true for each one of these modules. So there's a place where you come together and work together, and then you're back working by yourself in between.
Yeah, it's much more than just this online learning tool for the individual. This is a collaborative experience, Tom, correct?
Well, and I think the other thing that's worth noting is it's kind of mobile. I mean, you can do it on a tablet, you can do it on your computer. It'll save where you are, so you can start one and pick up the other one. We're seeing people take a lunch break and knock out a piece of a module. So it's a very different way than what we're traditionally thinking of as CPE. It does qualify for CPE, 5 hours based on the video components. But if you do the exercise Dan's talking about, what we're finding is it'll take you, if you did an hour a week, it would probably take you 10 to 12 weeks to do it right and really thoroughly.
So, and maybe even budget a half a year if you want to kind of spread it out and just digest it and put it in like your monthly staff
And build
meetings.
in those debriefs, and you're right, do the monthly staff meetings to reinforce the concept.
If you wanted to do a best practice,
Right.
I would recommend 1 month per module, because your people are busy.
Right.
And then a couple of weeks for those team meetings to draw it all together. If you wanted to really get the absolute maximum out of it, because this is helping your culture become not just reactionary, putting out fires and crisis managing,
Right.
but being opportunity managers as well, looking for those new opportunities to bring in revenue and drive new value with clients.
Well, thanks, Dan and Tom, for those insights. I think that was very helpful.
Awesome.